Top 5 Best VR Headset in 2020. Number 5. HTC Vive. The HTC Vive may be a first-generation product, but it's still a perfectly capable VR system. Sure, it requires 2 base stations placed around your room, and it has a lower resolution of only 1080 by 1200 pixels, while still being $80 more expensive than the Rift S. But there's still a place for the Vive in 2019, it's one of the few headsets that allow for wireless play on the PC. You do need the Vive's official wireless adapter that costs an extra $300, which is almost as much as the rest of the kit, but trust me, it's a game changer. I didn't think it was a worthwhile upgrade until I tried it, and truly untethered VR on the PC is something you have to experience to appreciate. If you want the freedom of the Oculus Quest with the higher-end graphics of the PC, the HTC Vive is still a worthwhile purchase. And if you just can't get over its last-gen specs, the $1,000 Vive Pro is a decent step up, albeit one designed more for enterprise use than gaming. Coming in number 4. Oculus Rift S. The Oculus Rift made a splash as the first consumer VR headset for PCs, and Facebook's Oculus Rift S is a welcome refresh. Like the Oculus Quest, it only costs $400, and while it requires a fairly capable gaming PC to play, that's still a lot more affordable than the Valve Index. It also has inside-out tracking, like the Quest, so you don't need external sensors around your play area, though you are tethered to your PC through a wire, which means you can't roam too far. The headset is light and comfortable, and Oculus Touch controllers are great, allowing for very basic finger tracking. Being on a PC means you get better image quality than the Quest 2, albeit with a slightly lower 1280 by 1440 pixels resolution on the screens themselves. While the Rift S isn't the most powerful headset out there, it's probably the best bang for your buck given its relatively low price. Coming in number 3. PlayStation VR. If you're more of a console gamer, PlayStation's VR headset uses your PS4 to run games instead of an expensive PC. It's $220 for the headset or $350 for a bundle with the controllers and camera, which brings the total cost down quite a bit compared to other solutions. However, it's also weaker than its competition in terms of specs. It sports a single 1920 by 1080 display, as opposed to the sharper per-eye displays of other headsets, and its tracking isn't as good as the Oculus Rift S or HTC Vive, limiting you to a pretty small play space. That said, there are some solid games from big studios on PSVR, and if you already have a PS4 Slim or PS4 Pro, it's the lowest barrier to entry VR headset you'll find. Coming in number 2. Oculus Go. If you want to just take a gander at what virtual reality is like without spending a fortune, the Oculus Go is your best option. At $200, it's the most affordable standalone VR headset available on the market that offers a great tetherless experience. With a resolution of 1280 by 1440 pixels, it's actually sharper than the first Oculus Rift and HTC Vive. Movement also looks smooth even with the headset's maximum 72 Hz refresh rate. Unfortunately, motion tracking on this headset is limited to looking around only, but that's all really you need to get started with virtual reality. Coming in number 1. Oculus Quest. The Oculus Quest, read our review, is the best virtual reality headset ever invented without question. On its own, the Quest is a very effective standalone VR headset that offers up 1440 by 1600 pixels per eye at a refresh rate of 72 Hz, and that's all pushed along with an internal Snapdragon 835 processor, the same chip that powers the majority of the latest Android phones. Additionally, you get room scale support without needing any wires or setting up any external base stations. Not needing to connect this headset to a VR-capable PC or console makes it so much easier to just start playing around with this headset whether you're at home or some park outside. That said, if you do want the power of a PC to push higher resolution graphics or a faster frame rate, you can do that with this headset too using the Oculus Link. You're getting the best of both worlds with a hassle-free standalone VR headset and the visual fidelity of a PC-powered experience when you have it properly hooked up to a computer. You honestly can't go too wrong with the Quest, especially given its relatively low $400 price tag and the $79 price of the Oculus Link cable.